I want to tell a story of that's a little contradictory to what we've heard about why I support this legislation. It's one reason why I support it, amongst the others that have already been articulated. Many of you probably don't know that I serve on the Providence Police Advisory Council, which has no powers. It's really just to exchange ideas and concerns with the Providence Police Department. And it's made up of pastors. It's made up of the Institute for Nonviolence, a few attorneys who are community activists, the Attorney General, and several others, and at least 30 people who meet before. Historically, we had met every quarter, but in the last year, based on a lot of activity that everybody's aware of, whether it's the pandemic or going back to George Floyd, and a lot of it based on what we've seen on body cams and the issues that those body cams have brought up. But I want to bring also up an incident. We have, sometimes we see video that's not ready to be presented to the public because it hasn't been redacted. There hasn't been the proper paperwork done for many reasons. And on our last meeting, which happened to be last week, they showed us the body cam footage of what many of you might be familiar with, which was a homeless encampment in the Elmwood neighborhood that has been the center of a lot of concern and difficulty in trying to find these people housing. And I bring up this incident in the context of this legislation because this legislation is not only going to show and protect citizens by having the body cam review being available to review an incident that protects the citizen, it's also going to protect policemen. And it's also going to have video like what I saw in this video that is going to make you proud of police that have been properly trained and have an incredible amount of compassion. And I believe that once this video is released, it could potentially be national training video on how to handle a situation like that. They were called by the neighborhood to respond to certain complaints about what had happened in the homeless encampment. To every person they encountered in there, the compassion was tremendous. And the concern was contradictory to what you saw on the video. And someday people will understand the comprehensiveness on how body cam video can work in many, many ways to improve police-citizen relationships. And this video is a classic example, and I hope you will all have the opportunity in the near future to see that video and the compassion they showed to the people in that call. Therefore, I support and second the legislation.